This morning, Horry County crews say this multi-acre fire in the area of Carolina Road and Green Sea is contained. The Loris Fire Department and the South Carolina Forestry Commission assisted on the call. The fire was first called out around 5 o'clock and it was reported contained around 7:30 last night. Crews say neighbors and drivers might still see smoke in the area. 400 wooded acres burned in the Bayboro community near Loris. This is also contained this morning. Horry County Fire Rescue says it started on Watts Road here, and there may be occasional smoke and flames flaring up from the wind. One neighbor driving by says it's heartbreaking, and this happened in the same area about 40 years ago. Crews say no one was injured and no structures were burned. They're working to learn the cause of this fire. And in Marion County right now, crews say a 30-acre fire grew to 550 acres. The Woods fire is in the Gresham Road and Highway 41 area, and it was first reported Saturday night. People in the Britton's Neck community were evacuated from their homes and were not allowed to return until late Saturday night. Now, 5 fire departments, including the State Forestry Commission, worked to fight this blaze. Officials say the fire is contained this morning. And to the border belt, crews are also working to fight a fire in Lumberton. It's in the area of Highway 211 between Pine Log Road and Mount Olive Church Road. Now, fire crews say that homes could be threatened due to this fire, and neighbors should expect first responders in the area. Right now, there is no word on what caused the fire. A reminder here, a red flag fire alert is still in effect through South Carolina this morning. The state's Forestry Commission issued the alert over the weekend. Burn bans are in effect for Darlington and Horry counties, as well as the city of Conway. Anyone thinking about burning should take extra precautions. Now, South Carolina emergency crews say if you do see a wildfire, you should call 911. Don't assume that someone else has already called. Describe the location of the fire and speak slowly and clearly. Now, South Carolina emergency management officials say in a typical year, crews respond to more than 5,000 wildfires in the state. The state's wildfire season usually occurs between late winter and early spring. The largest wildfire to ever occur in South Carolina was in April 1976 when 30,000 acres burned in Horry County.
Not at this time. A cause still remains under investigation. Now, neighbors say they got really worried when firefighters and emergency managers showed up at their doors in a panic, telling them that a massive fire was approaching and they had to leave their homes right now. You're looking at the remnants of a massive fire. It burned nearly 800 acres of forest land this past Saturday night along Gresham Road in the Britton's Neck area of Marion County. You can see how tall the flames got by just looking at the scorched trees.
Flames was running 30, 40 feet high.
Britton's Neck Fire Chief Wyman tells me they had to close Gresham Road because of all the heavy smoke.
The smoke was so thick you couldn't see to drive down the west end of the Gresham Road. That's the reason we had to block all that off.
The fire was more than 1.5 miles long and threatened about 50 homes on the east end of Gresham Road. Charles and Melissa Dozier and their neighbors were all evacuated.
Yeah, it was a tense situation. And looking at the fire, as we saw it, how it was progressing, it was a real serious situation. Now, if you stood here in this yard, you couldn't tell really how bad it was, but if you got back out there on 908 and looked this way, you could see the fire up in the treetops.
He says they are thankful to firefighters for their efforts to quickly put out the fire. Now, firefighters estimate that they used more than 50,000 gallons of water to put out the fire.